Orbis International is a non-profit health organization that presents hands-on surgical teaching programs inside a jet aircraft. This aircraft is fully equipped as a teaching eye hospital. Working together with their international colleagues, the Orbis team members strive to promote a spirit of cooperation and goodwill among medical personnel throughout the world. The Orbis staff has prepared this video to demonstrate a surgical team's preparation when scrubbing, gowning, and gloving. The procedures represent the most up-to-date, effective techniques practiced in the world today.
Surgery involves a great deal of preparation to ensure a safe environment for the patient. An aseptic atmosphere must prevail in the operating room and among the surgical team. The proper operating room attire will minimize the risk of spreading microorganisms. When entering the operating room, be aware of the proper dress code. Wear shoe covers to help keep the operating room cleaner. Remember, tuck your shirt and ties into your scrub pants. Adjust your surgical cap and make sure your hair is covered. Men with beards should wear the hood-style cap to ensure complete coverage of all their hair. An improperly tied mask should be adjusted to fit correctly. Make sure your mask is clean and tied securely. You are now ready to enter the operating room. The main objective of the surgical scrub is to render the skin surgically clean. Prior to your scrub, several observations should be made. Remove your jewelry. Your skin should be free from abrasions and cuts. Your fingernails short, clean, and with no nail polish. Open the scrub brush package carefully so that you will be able to pick it up later without touching the wrapper. Turn the water on and rinse your hands and arms. Remember to rinse from your fingers to your elbows. Use an antimicrobial soap to loosen skin oils and superficial dirt. Wash your hands and arms up to the elbows. Once you have completed your initial wash, rinse your hands and arms. Always position your hands higher than your elbows, allowing the water to run from cleanest to the least clean areas. Be aware of your posture. You should be bent slightly forward and hold your arms and hands away from your body to avoid contact with your clothing. Now, pick up your brush and nail cleaner, and under running water, proceed to clean under the nails of each finger. Discard the nail cleaner and soap your hands. Brush the nails with a back and forth motion. Remember to scrub gently. Damaged skin increases the growth of germs. When finished, move to the opposite hand and repeat the same action. If at any time during the scrub you contaminate your The fingers are divided into 4 planes with a web between each finger. Systematically scrub the plane of each finger, including the web between. Move to the other hand and repeat the same process. Once you have completed scrubbing your fingers on each hand, you may need more lather. Simply turn on the faucet and add more water as needed. Now, move to your palms. As you can see, the scrub is done in a progressive manner, so that you will be less likely to miss an area. Scrub the palm of the other hand. When you finish, start scrubbing the back of the same hand. Continue to scrub in a progressive manner in order to avoid the transfer of soil from unclean areas to surgically clean areas. Move to the other hand and repeat the same process. Once you have completed scrubbing your hands, move to the lower part of the same arm. The arm is divided into thirds and also has 4 planes. Start at the wrist and once again move in a progressive manner from one arm to the other up to the elbows. When you have completed your scrub, discard the brush in the appropriate container. Never discard your brush in this manner. The lather will flow from the least clean area to the cleanest, and contamination will occur. Turn on the water. Rinse your hands and arms thoroughly, starting at your fingers, and allow the excess water to drip off your elbows. Remove your arm from the water and begin again. Rinse your other arm in the same manner. Turn off the water and prepare to enter the operating room. This back and forth motion should never be used because the flow of water is going from an unclean area to a clean area. Be careful. Don't contaminate yourself on the doorway. Hold your arms in front of you and away from your clothing. The main object in gowning is to place a sterile barrier between you and the sterile field. The gown and gloves are opened on a separate stand away from the sterile field. Make sure the towel is not covered by the gloves. When picking up your towel, take care not to drip any water on the gloves, wrapper, or gown. Open the towel completely and fold in half lengthwise. Now, hold one end of the towel and proceed to dry each finger, hand, and arm. Once you reach your elbow, stop. Notice how only half the towel has been used. Now, with your dry hand, grasp the unused end of the towel and repeat the same procedure on your other hand and arm. Always remember to work at an arm's length to avoid contaminating the lower portion of your towel. When you have finished, give the towel to the circulating nurse or drop the towel in the appropriate receptacle. Do not touch any other part of the towel. Remember, the progression is from hands to elbows. A back and forth motion is unacceptable. Pick up the gown with a firm grasp. Working at arm's length, let the gown unfold. Keep your arms in front of you and touch only the inside. Work your arms into the sleeves. Do not let your fingers go beyond the cuffs. The circulating nurse will secure the back of the gown. Remember, do not let your fingers go beyond the cuffs. Gloving will provide a sterile and protective barrier between the patient and you. We will demonstrate both the closed and open gloving methods. When using the closed gloving method, notice how the nurse is pinching the seam right between the cuff and the sleeve of the gown. This is the proper point to grasp in order to glove correctly. Use your left hand and pick up the right glove by the cuff. Place the thumb of the glove against your right thumb and the open cuff of the glove against the open cuff of the gown. With both hands, pinch the cuff edges. And in one motion, pull the cuff out and over the cuff of the gown. Start moving your fingers into the glove and pull the glove and gown on together. Repeat the same method on the other hand. When using the open gloving method, pick up the first glove by the folded edge of the cuff and carefully pull on so that the cuff of the gown does not roll. Do not move above the cuff of the gown. Now, pick up the second glove by placing your gloved fingers under the cuff. Remember to keep the thumb of the gloved hand extended and out of the way to avoid contamination. Move your hand inside and, stretching the cuff, pull up and over the cuff of the gown. Go back to the first glove and place your fingers under the cuff and stretch over the cuff of your gown. Tie your gown with the assistance of the circulating nurse. When assisting someone in gowning and gloving, remember you are now sterile, so be careful not to contaminate yourself. Unfold the towel and refold in half lengthwise. Hold the towel between your thumb and index fingers, and in one continuous motion, wrap your hands inside the towel to protect your sterile gloves. Place the towel over the person's outstretched hand. The hand should be dried using the same method demonstrated previously. Open the gown in front of you at arm's length. Protect your gloves by holding the gown at the seams of the shoulders. Allow the top part of the gown to drape over your gloves to protect them from contamination. Notice how your gloves are covered and the arms are open for easy access for the person to be gowned. Once you reach the person's shoulders, let go. Pull up the cuffs of the gown above the seam to expose the hands. Remember, your hands are only surgically clean. Never touch your gown until you are gloved. To glove another person, open the glove by unfolding the cuff. Make sure the thumb of the glove is facing the person to be gloved. Roll the cuff over your fingers, forming an opening for the person's hand. Keep your thumbs out to avoid contamination. The scrub nurse can assist you in tying your gown. Or the circulating nurse can assist you in tying your gown. Remember, the circulating nurse is not sterile and may only touch the pull tab on the gown. You are considered sterile from the operative site to 1 to 2 inches below the neckline and around your sleeves. Your back and under your arms are not considered sterile. Your lap is not considered sterile. Never rest your hands in your lap. If a glove becomes contaminated during surgery, you must reglove. The quickest and most immediate way is to place a sterile glove over the contaminated glove by using the assisted open gloving method, or the non-assisted open gloving method. Another way is to have the contaminated glove removed by the circulating nurse. The circulating nurse should grasp only the glove to avoid touching the gown and pull firmly to remove. Once again, the non